Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video. Not sure how quick it's going to actually be, but I wanted to make a video discussing my most recent encounter with 5-MeO DMT. So that was 9 days ago that I had this experience, and I had it in Toronto with a facilitator I was fortunate enough to connect with. Really great guy. Very grateful to have met this individual and started a client relationship with him. Hoping to continue working with him. But yeah, so that was 9 days ago now. And this was my fifth encounter with the medicine. I first discovered it back in 2015. I was 21 and I'm 30 now. And within, I believe, 6 months, I had had my first experience with what was at the time bufo, so the toad secretion. Now I just primarily focus on finding facilitators that are working with the pure molecule, which is what this previous individual was working with. So yeah, this was my fifth use of the medicine, and it's different every time, but the same for anybody who is familiar with it. So I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about some of the insights I've gotten with this past experience and just detail how things are going. So um, I guess I'll just start with saying that the setting was beautiful in Toronto. This individual really cultivated a very welcoming, safe space. Um, so I felt very good about the whole thing. Even right from the first introductory conversation that we had to the follow-up emails and offering as much assistance as he could through the whole process. So really, really grateful to have found this individual to work with. But I'm just going to jump right in and tell you how things started and went. So basically, if you're not familiar with 5-MeO, I'm not going to go into any detail on what it is or where it comes from or what the experience really is all about. I'm just going to kind of share my insights and rewards from it. So, yeah, so there's a pipe, and it was loaded with 10 milligrams of pure 5-MeO DMT. And we'd done a bit of breathing work and meditation before I was introduced to the medicine. So I was very calm and relaxed, and but still very nervous and afraid. Um, so he put the pipe right in my space and lit it. Inhaled, fully held the medicine in my lungs, and laid back. And there's this initial sense of just dissolving. It, I'd say you're vaporized. You expand into pure energy. It's just instant dissolution. And according to my facilitator, I sat there or laid there for about 30 seconds, just on my back, laying down, pillow on a nice big comfortable mat. And then I sat up, just sat forward, and he said I had a surprised look on my face, which must have matched how I was feeling. Awestruck, you could say. And it was about another 30 seconds to 45 seconds of just kind of sitting there with that astonished look on my face. And I don't recall this, but I must have kind of lunged forward, I'll say, but just began this process of initiating a rolling and a bit of a wrestling and grappling. And he got himself involved at this point and was kind of trying to prevent me from injuring myself or breaking the room or breaking things in the room. And he was trying to like calm me down, straighten me out. And I definitely started like at this point wrestling with him because now there was somebody to engage with this, strong energy I was feeling. And there were a few moments where I do have conscious awareness of kind of seeing him and like, um, grappling with him. So that there were points where I did become aware in this, but not fully yet. And I got some brush burns on my elbows and knees, so I definitely was thrashing around a bit. I asked him afterwards, I was like, "Did I hurt you?" And he goes, "No, no, you didn't hurt me at all." He goes, "You're definitely very strong, and I might have taken a bite to the calf." So apparently I bite. But yeah, so I guess I'm just going to focus on this point because this is what has been something that's been cultivated or brought to my awareness through this experience. One of the points, and it's that initially the energy comes on, and your conscious self goes offline, and your unconscious self goes offline, and you're just basking in pure energy, let's call it. And as parts of your self start to come back on, uh, in my instance, it was the unconscious that came back first. And in this expanded state, it revealed, let's say, aspects of myself that I wasn't always energetically engaging with. And that would be kind of this masculine fighting energy, this big, strong, powerful energy that I kind of just going to call a masculine energy, which um, I wouldn't say I'm not a masculine person, but I feel like given the world we live in where toxic masculinity is rampant and there aren't many good gentlemen to admire or kind of gain inspiration from, and given how uncertain the landscape is for men in this world, um, there's definitely aspects of myself that I find get repressed. And this gives you an opportunity to kind of engage with that side of yourself that you don't, that you may be repressing, is what it felt like. So I even said that in the moment, I had this the story or the narrative I was kind of telling myself as I was engaging with this energy was that, oh, it feels like I'm a superhero that's trying to break out or emerge, and like the world's been kind of waiting for me to just take on this conquering sense of self. Like, oh, he's finally arrived, is the what I was trying to get to, that point of just like this shouldering this power off of me and through me until I had reached the climax of my masculinity. And naturally, that was expressed through wrestling. And uh, I think I would probably say even the look on my face was very like something like that. So um, yeah, and now what I see is that that unconscious part of me had been brought to conscious awareness of, oh, this component of yourself is not showing up in your day-to-day life in moments when maybe it should be, or just in general, it's not incorporated into how I move forward through life enough. And it's there, it's always there. It's just not being expressed. In fact, it's being repressed. And here it is dramatically displaying itself because, wow, we finally have this opportunity to feel supporting, powerful, good energy that it's coming alive. It's out there. Um, so that's what has been a focus of my integration period, is now allowing myself to wear that energy and just incorporate that energy into my character more, and seeing how maybe there are times during my day when, in the past I may have not tried to make waves, or kind of just, uh, I'll say, been taken advantage of, instead of giving a no, I don't want that, or kind of taking up a bit more presence than I normally would, feeling a bit more comfortable doing that too. Kind of saying, hey, I don't agree with this, or um, when I say being more masculine, it makes it seem like I'm not, but I guess that's just a nice word to describe the component of energy that I'm engaging with more now. Um, but I don't feel like I'm not a masculine man. It's just that the energy around me doesn't always show up as strongly, or I'm not allowing the energy to show up as strongly as I could. So now I have this opportunity to say, oh, well, here's a moment when I can allow some of that to be expressed more comfortably and feel like I accept myself and love myself for doing that. And that is my true expression, not this reversion to, oh, well, okay, that's fine, or whatever may have been the default mode of dealing with things, that now I'm presenting myself more truly by being the energy as I truly feel it in moments when that shows up. So it's just trying to incorporate that into my day-to-day life and into my character, personify that energy. Um, so, and that's kind of what's interesting about all of this, is how we often think we are being authentic or genuine, but we're just operating from this default mode of a character. I, I like the term, it's a projection of who we think we are to the world, instead of actually being our real self fully, showing up 100% as our complete energetic selves. Um, so yeah, and that's been one of my biggest takeaways so far. There's been others. Um, I'm amazed also at how I kind of have access to this quote unquote baseline energetic field, if you will, or some people call it the 0 point field. I now, through having ingested some of this medicine, can kind of consciously or intentionally get myself to cultivate and provoke bigger energy and feeling into more expanded states. There's been 3 or 4 moments in the past 9 days since I've done this where I've essentially been able to just turn the experience fully back on. Maybe not fully, but a large percentage of what was felt in that experience is rekindled, as if I was just right there again, back on the mat. Um, and that's great. I mean, I love it when it happens, because it feels so good. And it really just kind of makes me more present and feel more connected to myself and my life when I feel that way. And I think that's really what this is all about, is this medicine gives you an opportunity to more intimately uh, connect with life. I just feel like now I'm really in the thick of it better, and I'm not just like this hollow character walking forward. I'm more like actively engaged with my life. And I want more life. I want to feel more secure and present and real, authentic and genuine. I want to be and embody more of that. So that's what I want to share here, is that this allows you an opportunity to connect more fully and embody yourself more authentically. And that feels really good. There's nothing you can buy or do that's going to give you the same level that this does. So I think that's a very important thing to understand, is how well are you connecting with your life, engaged with it, and really just, trying to wring the most out of it. Get in there. Life is juicy and delicious, and just, yeah. So I think I'm gonna end it there. This has kind of gone on a little longer than I wanted to do, but um, hopefully, hopefully you guys will continue to, or hopefully you guys will at least explore this and consider it as something worthy of including in your life and your pursuit to bettering yourself, because it's definitely impacting my life and influencing it in very positive ways. There's difficult times, like there's definitely challenging moments with this, but ultimately I'm feeling much more like myself and more complete than when I wasn't doing this. So it's closing thoughts. Okay, take care, guys.